Madness in the best way, because like, how many model ships have we got going on?
There's got to be 1,000 ships in here.
1,000.
Yeah, easily.
I don't know.
Good.
Thanks, Sam. Insightful. As always, I don't know. I think it's probably,
Including portraits.
if we're going with like closely to, I'm going to go with 1,001.
Alright, 999.
Good. Shall we crack on?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so welcome to the Greenwich Football Pubcast. We are here at the Ship in Greenwich, located right next to the tea cutter.
T-clipper.
T-clipper.
I thought it was a tea cutter.
No, T-clipper.
Tea clipper. Okay.
The Cutty Sar.
All right, forgive my nautical nonsense, but it is the Cutty Sar.
Leave the nonsense to Nigel.
And yeah, that's one of the best things about Greenwich is you've just got this big ship just sitting there.
Yeah.
That people occasionally want to set on fire.
Yeah.
And you've got a new ship that has been repurposed that is just chock-a-block full of ships on the roof. It is shaped like a ship. It is called a ship. It is the ship of Greenwich. And it is a fantastic pub.
That ship right there, I believe, was what they used in Speed 2.
There you go. All
Cruise
right.
control.
Cruise control.
What, miniature one?
Well, thanks for that, Tom.
I'm Michael.
Yeah, Mr. Cruz. And anyways, so we've just had Spain kick a goal. And just
In English, that's score a goal, right?
so yeah, we're at the Ship, and it is a very nice pub. It is a very good pub to watch the football, and it's also a good place to watch all the sports. They got all the summer sports coming up. You've got the Wimbledon, you've got the Grand Prix, lawn bowls.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah. Summer Nations
Summer
rugby.
Nations.
You've
The
got
Women's ICC World Cup, is that one at the minute?
100%. And England look like they're doing it pretty comfortably. So South Africa currently need about 100 or 60 to win. But we're here to talk about the football. And with me talking the football, I'm Marshy. To my left, I've got Michael. How you doing, Michael?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Ten the man, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent.
you.
And making his debut. He's been like the Tartan Army. His best work has been done off the pitch.
What can I say?
Tom is come and join us.
Thank you for finally having me. I mean, you've had too many good guests, obviously, so far. You haven't been able to go and have me on the table. But yes, my work is best back of scenes. But looking to get on with it on this one.
And speaking of getting on with it, it is currently 9:30.
It's dusk, I think.
It is dusk.
It is dusk.
So let's not get till dawn. Let's crack on with it. I'm just going to open things up. We've got three English fellas sitting at the table. And one very optimistic Australian. Egypt are in so much trouble. But England, we're staring at the trapdoor for nearly 70 minutes. And can anyone else in England kick a goal other than Harry Kane? But he's come in and gone, Wingardium Leviosa,
We
2
don't
goals.
need anyone else. It doesn't matter. I was not worried. There was no sweaty palms. There was nothing at that point, okay? It was going to happen.
You say that, I was raging.
You were raging?
I was raging. Absolutely.
I think a lot of the guys we watched it with were raging. Like, I was frustrated. I wouldn't say I was raging, but it was a difficult watch.
But we're through. That's what matters.
We are through. And like I said in the previous podcast I was on, would you rather win with beauty or just go through ugly? And you've got to take the ugly wins. So, yeah.
If you can win with beauty, then great, but otherwise.
So we're just going to run through a few of the headlines that's doing the rounds, and particularly pertaining to the England national football team. The reward is Mexico at the Azteca. And what do you guys think about it?
We spoke about the bomb previously, and my prediction I have put down 2-1 Mexico.
2-1 Mexico.
Because I just can't see it. Mexico have lost 2 games in the last 89 at the Azteca. I think it's just... with the way we've been playing, I cannot see a way that we break
Mexico,
down the
they have been on fumo.
They've won every game.
Absolute fumo. But more to it, I guess the actual conditions. There's a lot been talking about the altitude. Tom, do you think that there's anything to worry about?
Yeah, they've had 2 days. They've had 2 days to kind of get used to this altitude. So Mexico, I think, have played their first 4 at that level. I think it was Azteca. And forgive me, I don't know where else, but I know it's all up there. So they're going to be used to it. So it's going to be tough for the guys, definitely.
Yeah. And following the mighty Three Lions come from behind victory, we had another cracking match in Belgium, Senegal. That was absolute nuts to the floor, balls in the net.
I can't believe 2 tournaments in a row, Senegal have given away a penalty in the last minute.
That is so sad. That is so sad. So I would pour out a bit of a drink for the Senegalese World Cup hopes, but I already did that prior to coming on.
We can't tell. It's fine, Marsh. You don't want to get good.
I'm very sad. And outside of that, we had a 10-man USA keep the host nation party going with taking care of Bosnia pretty easily.
They might do it. They might do it.
I can't believe how well they've actually done. You think, if you go back 6 months ago, they were talking about getting rid of Poch because they were not cohesive at all. They were really struggling. They've come to this tournament, rigged or not, I don't know, but they've been really good, the Americans, and I'm like, what's this going on here? Balogun getting sent off yesterday. That's going to be a big miss in the next game.
Right, and also, after we had just recorded the last episode, we had Germany. There's been a lot of penalties. Germany.
It is so nice to see Germany lose on penalties.
That was intense.
All that hurt that we've suffered and see Germany lose on penalties.
I think we'll kind of go with that one there. We'll discuss in a bit, but it's nice to be on the other side of it.
Yeah, first time they've lost a penalty in a World Cup, I believe.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I think ever.
A shootout. Ever.
Full stop. I don't think they've ever missed.
There you go. Sucked in Germany.
Efficiency.
Sucked in. Morocco, Paraguay in nuisance mode. They say.
It's underdogs.
I mean,
they're going to always... Previously they were underdogs. This year they're not.
What was it? 6th and 7th ranked. Morocco and Netherlands. I'm sure it's 6th and 7th ranked. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
That's either way. That was tough. I mean, Morocco. I mean, technically they are African Cup of Nations champions because of their whole Senegal walking off the pitch and stuff. They've got some good players. Bouabi. What a player. 18 years of age. He's unbelievable. And Sarabi, who's just gone to Bayern Munich. Again, what a player.
And speaking of unbelievable, we had, sort of France, Mexico, Brazil, Norway, all doing it in different kind of styles. But Haaland, he's the man. He's kept the Norwegians afloat. And the other ones all deal with it in their own ways. A bit of swagger, a bit of panic. And they're all kind of through. Any of them stood out to you as...
Brazil-Norway is going to be an interesting game.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've got Vinny Jr. against Haaland as your 2 superstars. And let's face it, in terms of a Brazil team, this is not packed with icons. You go back to 10, 20 years ago, Carlos, especially 20 years ago, Carlos Cafu, Ronaldinho, Lucio, R9, Rivaldo. Now you look at this Brazil team, you're like, alright, cool. They've got an aging Casemiro, Rafinha's injured, you've got Vinny Jr., Cunha, on his days, as a Man United fan, Cunha is a well beater. Then you've got Igor Thiago. The reason he's not played is because he missed that header in that first game that he should have scored. And don't get me wrong, he's had a brilliant season for Brentford. But the fact that they pulled up a player from Brentford ahead of a player from Chelsea in João Pedro is mind-boggling. You've got a 34-year-old Neymar on the bench because of his name, who personally I've never thought was a well beater. But you look at that team, and then you turn around and look at Norway, and you go, they could beat the Brazilians easily.
I reckon they could, and I think we'll delve into that in a bit more detail later because that is an absolutely cracking match. But we still got a few of the last 32 to round out. At the minute, we're looking up there. We've got Spain doing it quite comfortably against Austria, which is kind of expected. However, you've also got the rest of the big boys. You've got Portugal, Argentina, and arguably the biggest of them all, Australia, to still come.
Playing tonight, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, come on, the Aussies. I've been so impressed with him.
He's been magnificent.
Big games to come. Looking forward to it.
Really, really good. So, before we go on, I feel like we need to have a bit of healing. Not healing, but a bit of a celebratory pause. England, Dr. Congo. You watched it at the Vanbrugh. I saw the socials were alight. 10 to man. Give us a crash course. Set the scene. How was it?
Like you said, the venue was great. They looked after us. The game was frustrating for the first 20 odd minutes. I think the hydration breaks actually really worked for England.
Yeah.
Officially renamed to the salvation breaks.
Probably. Yeah. No shots on target in the first 20 odd minutes, and then suddenly we get 8 in the second half, or the second quarter, if we're going to call it that now.
We're talking Aussie rules football now. I like it.
And the goalkeeper made some really good saves.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was the man of the match. And then again in the second half, slow start to the second half, but then again the hydration break coming, the substitutions, and it's worked for a lot of teams, as I've mentioned before, and it worked for England again.
Yeah.
And 6 shots on target in the second half. We had a real good go.
Have you noticed that the wingers we've started have been so poor in every game? They've been poor. The wingers that we've started have been really poor. Then you bring on the replacements,
and they've done well.
Against Croatia, Gordon, I don't think did anything. You bring on Rashford, Rashford scores a goal. I know Saka's potentially carrying an injury, and that's why he's not being started.
But he was impactful.
Yeah.
Have we got to stop, and I think this has just been discussed a lot of places, have we got to stop looking at substitutes as the second best, as the X person, the best one starts? These are there for that point. You're going to tire people down. You get a low block and you get a good player. We are gifted the fact of England have Premier League players and they're meant to be at the high fitness level. A lot of these teams don't, but they still have good fitness levels. They will tire, majority will tire quicker than England, which they should do, given the amount of money, etc., that's put into the Premier League and to the English national squad. This is part of it. Those first people are always might go head for head, and there'll be 1% difference, 2%. It's about that latter game. The second stage, their substitutes aren't going to be good. That's when this kind of impact hits.
Until you get deeper into the competition.
All that's 100% it. When it gets that deeper.
It's not just England. All the bigger teams that have that strength on the bench have turned games
You look
out.
at France, for example. Dembele scored a hat-trick in one game. I don't think he's done much in the rest of this tournament.
You're not going to score it across 2 games, but
but he's not done much in the other games.
Yeah.
Dembele's not done much in the other games.
Yeah, but again, Dembele's, I'm not saying he's anywhere near Kane's level, but he's that player who can just
he's
go
a Ballon
off.
d'Or.
But he can go, that's a different conversation for another podcast, but he has got that level, and that's the point of teams like ours and France even more so, have those unique individuals that can go thermonuclear at times.
France are spoiled for the riches they have.
I'll tell you what, I would trade Elise over Eze every day of the week in terms of who they can represent you, because Elise could have played for England.
Yeah.
So could have Haaland. Can you imagine what our team could have been like?
Alrighty, so strip it back a little bit. He's the man of the moment. We touched on him earlier, but Harry Kane. My opinion of him personally has changed because I'm now living in the bubble. I'm seeing what this man does. Because I upset Tommy one night, listeners and viewers. We were playing darts one night and I made the call that Harry Kane was an overrated footballer. I'm more than happy to eat my words because watching him do his thing, he's been nothing short of unbelievable.
I think his stats speak for themselves. You can't pull away from that. I mean, there might be an uncoolness about Harry Kane, whether appearance-wise or who he's played for in the past. There's not a sexiness
for
to it.
me, it's more that I just felt that he got a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
That was the way that he sort of buffeted his cabinet. But
Late bloomer, by the way, as well.
He's always
Spent a lot of
is
time
fair.
on loan.
That's
Always.
fair. You're going to look at that.
Millwall, Norwich, Leicester on loan, and I was listening to a radio show the other day, and someone was talking about while he was on loan at Leicester, I believe it was. They were asking, about this player from Spurs on loan. What do you rate of him? Oh, he's a good player, but he will not be elite. That's pure determination.
Yeah.
Where he is now, that is nothing. Like, you look at Messi and Ronaldo, it's God's gift that you've got Maradona, Pele, George Best. Like, you've got God's gift. Harry Kane, it's just pure determination.
Freddie Adu.
yeah.
Mike, quick question.
Freddie Adu.
Mike, quick question for you. Is he better than Rooney as an England player?
Goal scoring wise, yes, because he's the all-time leading goal scorer. All-round player, I think Wazza is. I think Wazza is England's all-time greatest ever player. But that's because Rooney does. Where Kane drops off deep, Rooney would. If the ball's up in the opposition's 20-yard box, and then it goes back, Rooney will sprint 80 yards and win that ball. Which I've seen him done.
I think
multiple.
Kane does that as well, though. You've seen
No,
it.
but
he made
Rooney
a
is
great-
quicker than Kane.
He made a great block in the box yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it. Like literally just dived in and blocked the ball inside the box.
Goal scoring is England's. His record speaks for himself.
I think the definition is I agree. I think he's England's best striker, but Rooney is England's best player.
Yeah, the only person that comes close to Wazza for me is
So,
Gascoigne.
so while we're talking about, you're talking Rooney, while we're talking about evident exports, Anthony Gordon. He had a very, very good game coming off the bench. See Alex?
Hi, Alex.
Alex, he's the man. He's the man. If you want to get down to the Cuddy Sark, he'll look after you.
Marshy, before you just go on to Gordon, really good start on the Harry Kane there. Yesterday, Harry Kane become the highest appearances in the World Cup as an outfield player, overtaking Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton, Terry Butcher and Ashley Cole.
That's
in the
rare.
World Cup.
Ashley
That is
Cole's up there as well.
Yeah.
Ashley,
I mean,
They've all played 14, Harry Kane's now played 15. And he's going to play again.
And like, to be honest,
I don't think he will. He's 33. He's
No, I
20
mean the next game.
Oh, got ya. I thought you meant next time.
Unless he's going to play Tony, I don't know.
No, that's not happening.
so yes, Anthony Gordon. What do you make of him?
I can't believe Barcelona spent 70 million on him.
Yeah, that's a hefty price tag, but him coming off the bench, he really added a bit of a spark of difference. He's the one that lobbed it off over to Ari, of
But
course.
I said earlier, the two wingers that have always started have looked like they've not done anything until the two others have come on, and then it's like they've impacted the game. So I don't know what it is. Like me personally against Mexico, this is going to be so out there. I'm going 4-3-3. And my three in midfield, but the back four, it is what it is because we don't have the defenders that we
Who's
should
the right
have.
back?
Yeah, listen, I know everything's overinflated with prices and that, and no one really agrees with like this. We know. Everyone agrees. Listen to this and whatever. But that is the market. The guy obviously does have a lot of talent.
Well, he scored 9 Champions League goals last season.
I agree that
But
he's
he only
kind of.
scored 6 or 7 Premier League goals.
I agree that he's kind of got to get there. Was that the Newcastle team he was in? I think there's a real talent there, and Barcelona don't just pick people up on the fly. We know that. We know there's money issues, and they're kind of going through different bits, and they're not the Barcelona and the Madrid of old. I'm with that. But I think as a player, he has something different. The odd interview I've seen, he does seem different, the way he conducts himself. He's not the old stereotypical one of the past, I'm out and boozing. I know they're not all like that. He's very down to earth. He's very into his lifestyle, either side and whatever.
His Spanish is fantastic.
His Spanish,
as well.
he's an intellectual guy, and I think that's why Tuchel's probably picked him, because he knows he toes the line, he does the rules, he does whatever it is. Thank you, Alex. He will do as the manager wants him to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I don't get the stick that he does.
La Liga may suit his game.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be more open.
Even
Let's
more-
face it,
yeah.
the teams in La Liga, if you look at beyond Barca, Real Madrid, Atletico, who's been up there? Villarreal been up there this season. Sevilla, yeah. You look at the other teams, they're nowhere near on the level of the Premier League.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that he may do better than what he did do in the Premier League. So it may suit him.
I think we've got to remember as well, the season before, he had a
fantastic
great
season.
season.
Yeah.
That was probably his best season. There's definitely a player in there.
But didn't he leave Everton to go to Newcastle for something like 60 million as well?
Yeah, it was quite big money,
And you think they've sold him for...
I was surprised.
They've only sold him for 70 million pounds.
Yeah, so they're
They've
not
only
big.
made a
think it was that much,
£10 million profit.
I guess it depends on contract.
Yeah, so I
long,
think
yeah.
just bringing it back to the game last night, you had him just coming on and reportedly the first player as a substitute.
Get
2 assists.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? That's football
But
in anyone's language.
You want substitutes to change the game. That's
Yeah.
what they're there for.
Well said.
That's what's been happening.
Personally, I wanted Tuchel to make changes a lot earlier. I would have made changes at half time because I think we were shocking.
Yeah.
Anderson for me was poor last night. Anderson. I thought Anderson was terrible.
I thought we had a quieter game than
Yeah.
normal, yeah.
That's what I mean. I think he was. I don't think he was. I would have dropped Jude back, and personally put on. I would have brought Watkins or Tony into this tournament. You've called them up for a reason. Use them. Watkins has got a goal in him. Look at the Euros semi-final against the Dutch. Comes on, scores the goal.
So with Bellingham, he was thereabouts for the whole game. Created a lot of opportunities. Was never the main headline. How did you see his game?
I think he's just been simmering and doing what he does well, and that's not to take anything away. I think we expect so much from the guy, and rightly so, that Kane does get those headlines, but without that kind of workhorse, like the Rice role, that when he doesn't do anything, I think we're too harsh on him. I really think we're too harsh, and the media kind of kicks on and that. And he has that fiery streak, and I don't think we ever want to get that out of him.
I was worried.
Agreed. But I think he goes through, and he has these little kind of... He's very... You don't see the guy until you see the guy. But we all think he's going to, because what was it, last season, season before, when he scored ridiculous
20
amount,
goals,
again,
yeah.
whatever it was, he came in storming at
That
those
was
points.
his first season at Madrid,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I think
in and
he's one of the best players in the world right now. I mean, without Bellingham and Kane in this England team, the squad that we picked up, the squad that we've got right now, without them two, we've been bags of trouble.
He was really frustrated on the pitch, and he gets like that.
Yeah.
He was thrown in, like you said, he got booked early. He was really putting himself about, and I was worried he was going to get sent off as well. But
I think that came from the frustration of the squad.
But sometimes when you have got a player doing that, it lifts the rest of them up. Gives everyone like, come on, pull your socks up, get up, let's do it. You know,
We're all in agreement, listen. I mean, there was that talk with Rodgers before. Instantly, Rodgers didn't start because Rodgers played all the not all, but the majority of those kind of friendlies and and did a cracking job, didn't he? I think we're all agreed on that.
Yeah.
And then the big game comes, and who steps in? He went straight to
When they
it.
played Bellingham deeper and started Rodgers, no matter how deep you play Bellingham, he's always going to try and get into that number 10 position.
Yeah.
Which, if you're Rodgers, you turn around and go, right, let me drift that left, let me drift that right. This is why, personally, I would have called up Morgan Gibbs-White. Because he scored, 15 goals in the Premier League this season.
and he plays out wide.
And he would have turned around and gone, do you know what? Let me adapt to where the space is.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's done all season. He's moved that into positions. But I think if you're Morgan Rodgers, let's face it, you're not on the same level as Jude Bellingham. And if Bellingham's playing deeper, but Bellingham still wants to get into the space that you're in, you turn around and go, all right, Cole, let me see where I can make a pocket. I think Cole Palmer would have adapted his game and moved into different positions so Bellingham can get into the space that he wants to.
I like Spencer's game. I thought Spencer was all right.
I think you're the only person in the UK who feels
Really?
that, apart from
No,
every Tottenham supporter.
I think he took a lot of criticism
Rightly so.
yesterday. There were bad points, but then I think what people don't look at is the positive bits that
He was
name
actually
them?
taking them on.
Can you name any of them?
Well, he was pushing forward and getting, driving down the line.
Tuchel didn't think so. Do you see the reaction?
I'm
Yeah,
telling you
Tuchel?
now, I'm as a Man United fan and having seen Aaron Wan-Bissaka play for Man United, he's better going forward than Jed Spence ever was. And
I agree.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka running forward looks like he's running backwards.
Spence has his moments. Listen, I'm not doubting that the guy is talented. He's obviously a Premier League
He's
team.
quick.
He's got his thing. He's quick. He's whatever. And he did have a couple. When he went through, he nutmegged and got fouled. I'm not taking anything away from that. But I think overall, there's just something I can't click with him. And there isn't a Tottenham bias. I'm saying here. I know a lot of people are going to say this, but
I think it's that jaw piece he's wearing.
doesn't help. Doesn't help the chin strap. But the point is, I just haven't seen it. I haven't, and this goes back to a couple of the other guys. They said about the win backs not feeling fully just in with them. We're not going to go down that route now, but I don't know. Jed Spence to me, he doesn't fill me with confidence. He may be good. He might be good at club level, but I think at this level, he's going to get called out.
And like I've always said from the start of this podcast, massive surprise he was in the squad.
Yeah. Do you know what the one thing that surprises me is you've got Jed Spence, Livramento gets injured, you call up Chalabar. You're looking at teams that are playing low blocks, right? And as much as I'm a Man United fan, and I
know what you're
can't
gonna say.
despise
I know
Liverpool.
what you're gonna
I
say,
despise
yeah.
Liverpool. And Trent being a former Liverpool player, if you've got a low block and Trent's 30 yards back from Harry Kane, one of the best passes of the ball you will ever see in your life.
Agreed.
And if Trent's got the ball at right back and you're like, oh, they're playing a low block, he could put that on a sixpence for someone. Bellingham, a Kane, a Rashford out on the wing, or Saka down his own wing.
We're missing.
How Trent is not in this squad, and then even like for the first the games we've been playing now, maybe you get to the next round and you go, all right, we're playing Mexico. You might have to sit this one out because your defensive reliabilities are not as good as someone like Reece James if he's fit. And you go, right, you've got to take a back seat now. But if you want to unlock a team, his passing range is. He's the closest passer to Beckham that I have ever seen playing football for England.
Who's this?
Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? Like compared to Beckham is unbelievable, right? As an English player, one of the best passers of the ball you will ever see. Trent is very up there. Free kicks as well. Declan Rice's free kicks and corners yesterday.
And Trent can take the corners as well.
Could not beat a first man yesterday. And you got Trent. If you've got Trent on the pitch, whip it in.
It's another
Whip it-
option.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
another option.
Yeah. I don't know what it is that.
I think a lot of people would agree, and on Fabregas why he's not been included. So
But we can't keep talking about players that are not.
we've got to go with who we got.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Go on, Jed.
Yeah. Sorry, Jed.
All right. So if you guys had to give that a rating out of 10, what would you give it? Starting with you, Tommy, what would you give that game against the Congo out of 10?
So we did a job. We did what we had to do. We're at a stage where, forget rankings, every team's going to be hard. They've come through, they've got momentum, they've got confidence, and especially when you get an early goal. And I looked at that and went, they've scored too early. I was still very confident from the get-go.
That was James's fear on the last one.
Yeah, it wasn't them scoring early.
So it wasn't perfect. No way, I'm not going to say that. But it weren't bad. Listen, we didn't play good football for a lot of parts. Not taking that away. But we scored and we needed to do. And that's all that is at this stage. You don't have to win pretty, you've just got to get through.
Yeah.
Okay? So I go out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6.5. It wasn't average. We were bad for a lot. But we did the job. And actually, I hate calling it quarters, but that last quarter, they were kept in it a couple of times. We could have had more. They could have had a goal. I guess we're going to go on to this. But listen, we did what we had to do. So for me, I think 6.5. I think we're being too harsh.
I think you're being so generous because I'm telling you now, if that whistle chance had gone in and we went 2-0 down,
And I wouldn't be saying this. I wouldn't be saying that if that happened.
if we went 2-0 down with that whistle chance, the crowd, there was more English fans than Dr. Congo fans sorry, DRC fans, but in the stadium. And I'm telling you now, they would have just gone.
Yeah,
they would have got on their players' backs. Then it would have been more like we need to do this. It would have been a different atmosphere.
Yeah, if I had tractor wheels, I wouldn't be a Fergie. That's the point. You're talking about if buts. We're talking about kind of this is the fact. If that happened, my 6.5 would not be 6.5. It wouldn't be that.
So what are you giving it out of 10, Michael?
That's a 4 out of 10. That
4 out of 10. 10 the man. What are you giving it?
I'll agree with Tom. I think even if we did go that second goal down, I felt that England were, like I said, in those two spells, we created so much. Apart from the goal and the one they hit on the post, did they really trouble Pickford? I think what you've got to... Everyone's looking at the negative parts of it, but we played and created and chances, you know.
I thought so. I thought, yeah, for the majority, outside of that first...
It was a frustrating watch, but we created chances.
Do you know what? Alan, see what you both just said. I'm not taking into account how well their goalkeeper played. He made 4
100%.
brilliant saves.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
4 brilliant saves. But because the football has been so... I don't want to use the word negative because... But at the same time, it wasn't great last
Mike, we watched it together.
We agree on that. We can agree it wasn't pretty, but that's
but the chances that we had, the Rashford chance, Harry Kane had one. Harry Kane
Bellingham
and Rashford then had one together.
The Bellingham one.
Bellingham had what 2 saved off the line.
Exactly.
I think it 4 decent shots.
And the one that the goalkeeper should have saved.
The goal wasn't.
Harry Kane's second goal. That's natural instinct striker.
That's what Harry Kane does.
Yeah.
For sure. So 10, what are you giving it out of 10?
Same as
6.5?
6.5.
I'll change my score.
No,
I'll go from a 4 to a 5. I'll go from a 4 to a 5.
This ain't a democracy.
Actually, I'm going to go
First rule.
6.75.
All right.
Listen, it was a frustrating watch, but we created so much.
Okie dokie. So, just to put a bow on it, and I feel like because you guys have, obviously you've got skin in the game, very much so. The commentators of the game last night, I don't think I've ever heard commentators basically carry on like blokes at the pub. They were losing their composure. They were going, this was shit, that shit, basically just shit-canning the England football team the whole time until you guys started actually getting goals. But I just feel like they were just making England out like they've done nothing.
It's frustration.
Of course it is. And but from a commentator's point of view, I just found it very funny because they weren't recognising all these near opportunities, all these... you guys you're doing a lot of right.
I think we need stuff like that. You don't want the real kind of...
I loved it.
We don't want
get me
too
wrong,
clinical stuff.
That's why Matterface is the best commentator.
And kind of alluding to what we just kind of went to a minute ago, where, listen, I get why people would give the lower score. We have arguably an unrealistic bar of where England should be.
Yeah.
Through right and wrong, I can hear both sides of it. But they are England supporters as well. So I like hearing them getting
I enjoyed it, but I think
Can I add, like, if say we took 3 or 4 of those chances, everyone would be saying, "What a great performance for England." That is the small margins.
I think because we went 1-0 down. And let's face it, for that goal, the defending was shocking.
Yeah.
What was Konza doing?
Yeah.
Like,
O'Reilly's gone. O'Reilly's not in position.
Madueke as well.
Madueke didn't track back that whole first half.
He never does. O'Reilly's gone. He's out of position. So the rest of the 3 move across, and then Madueke has not come back. Spencer's gone. Everyone's blaming Spence.
Yeah, but as a defender, you're like, this is my territory. So this is what drives me mad with modern day football, that they don't talk to each other. Like, if I was playing,
I'd be worried if they're not.
If I was playing right back or centre half, I'm telling them, going, where are you going? Stop ball watching. Keep your line. right? If he's gone, that's his problem.
Yeah.
Your position is here. If you're on the right side of centre back and that ball's coming over, you should be where Jed Spence is.
Yeah, I have not seen
Jed
where...
Spence should be further back.
I did
Jed
not-
Spence should have turned and gone.
Fellas, we can talk about this until the World Cup comes home.
but I'm
I'm
passing
reeling
that
you in.
person on.
I'm reeling you in. There are more games in this tournament. Belgium, Senegal. That was a game. That was a really... Belgium came to the party late. I stayed up late watching that. It was just enthralling. And Senegal...
Yeah, you got to feel sorry for them.
Mate, they are not going to go to sleep. They're not going to sleep for a very long time.
You've got to stop giving away penalties in the last minute of a game.
Yeah, they were robbed. They were absolutely
They
robbed. I'm sorry.
played so well. I
So
really
well.
enjoyed watching them. That last game, was it Uzbekistan? They beat 5-1 to get through. Like, you could see they were growing into it. And the way they played yesterday, they were unlucky.
You're 2-0 up with 7 minutes to go.
yeah.
7 minutes to go. They scored in the 83rd and 86th minute, Belgium, something like that.
Yeah.
7 minutes to go, you're 2-0 up. And you can see 2 goals. Something is wrong.
For me, they lost it when they took Njai off because I watch it very closely, being an Everton man. He's one that pushes back and defends.
Yeah.
And he
I
his
can't believe
instrument.
they've not played it.
I know.
I
They've
know.
been. They must have a wealth of riches
They even
because.
took Mane off too early for me.
Sorry.
They took Mane off as well too early for
Well,
me.
to be fair, like he's an old fella. So, but Njai, he can go all day.
Is he 32, 33 now?
That's not old, is it?
No, it's not.
We've got older players in the World Cup.
Yeah,
Mane-
Cristiano.
I think Mane's a bit, maybe even a little bit older than that, maybe 33, 34.
But I suppose in terms of like the high octane style of play that Mane does, yeah, you can see why they took him off. But to be fair, to give Belgium credit, they took the old boys off, De Bruyne and whatnot, and then the young
I
ones
mean,
came to
Lukaku
the
at
party.
33. Do you know what?
Yeah, true.
I was so happy to see Lukaku score a goal in this World Cup.
He was good.
No, but he
Stiffened them up.
having him at United, the second season he had at United, and him getting sold,
That's not waste.
it drove me mad.
Yeah.
And like you had him at Everton as well.
Yeah.
Lukaku's always been a beast, and if you get him in the right mood, he's a great striker.
Can I just quickly give a mention to Tillemans? What a player he is.
Yeah.
And he still looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that baby face. He's
Did you
like
see him
Brolin,
and
isn't
Trossard
he?
have their little beef before?
No, I missed
So
that.
him and Trossard had a little argument. Then Trossard set up the goal that Tielemans scored.
They hugged it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I saw the hug, but I didn't know they had the beef.
Yeah.
Lukaku kind of walked between them and that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Lukaku
It was
and
like,
Mounier,
Right, it's good to see. I like that though.
Yeah.
That's
If
good.
Lukaku's
I
walking
don't
in
mind
between
that. I
you,
don't mind
you're
that.
getting out of the way,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah. So, the game had it all, and yeah, it was unbelievable. So yeah, fair cots of Belgium. Adios Senegal, you did well, and they didn't lose any fans in that respect. They were fantastic, and yeah, they should have done better. They beat themselves.
They just stop giving away penalties in the last minute.
Yeah, they do. USA did it easy. We don't really like the States on this podcast, do we?
I'll tell you what, I can't believe how well they've done.
Well, they got smacked by Turkey, so they're not that good.
Yeah, but I think they put out a weaker team, though, didn't they?
I thought they were pretty
Was
pumped
that the
up.
third game?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they put out a weaker team.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because, like I said when we were talking before we came on, 6 months ago, they were talking about Poch getting the chop.
Yeah.
And, I mean, credit to all the host nations. I think all the host nations done really well.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I think Mexico's going to be a struggle on Sunday.
I just think everyone's just so hung up about this Mexico team, and I think they're really good. I think England are going to give them a game. I really do.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that for sure. Germany, Paraguay. We talked about it, and we'll talk about it just a teeny bit more because the further you dig, the more you find. And the fact that I am terrible with names, but I read where they basically no one wanted to take the penalty, so take the kick, and Tar's just like, yeah, I'll do it. Because
you know, I don't understand that. That you're a professional footballer and you will.
So who were the experienced ones that turned it down?
So Tar is an experienced player, right? But if you look at it, that I was a centre half. I always want to take a penalty, right? Always want to take a penalty, mainly because I took free kicks and corners. So I'll be like, I will take a penalty. But
set piece specialist.
Set piece specialist. But if you've got players, if you've got an attacking player on the field and he turns around and goes, I'm not confident, you're like, what are you doing in this squad?
Yeah.
Seriously, what are you doing here?
I agree.
If you can't
You're
step...
a professional footballer.
But you look at... We spoke about Morocco and Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Justin Kluivert scored penalties for fun this season for Bournemouth. Yeah. Missed a penalty. Quentin Timber, another defender, misses a penalty. But he stepped up... the front for him to step up and take a penalty... Missed it. Unlucky.
But good on him for putting his hand up.
Is there not an element though of you're right? You should do, but when you're in that moment, and I'm not saying all the time, you might have taken one the game before, and this one you're not feeling it. We've all had off days. Remember, they are normal people. Remember, listen, they are professionals. They can do what they want to do and whatever, and they've been trained. But you might be having an off day. You might be going, I ain't feeling this, and that's, you can argue if that's right or wrong. But they are actual people at the end of the day.
I get
They're
that.
not robots. We're not going to go down Simon Jordan route and going to go, and they must do this and that and forget that. No. 90% of the time, it could just be that time they've gone, I ain't feeling this.
The one thing I've noticed is the ridiculous run-ups people are doing now.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Why are you standing straight onto
and
then
why
do the
would you
jiggle
stand
jiggle?
straight onto the ball and then jump to either side of what your foot is? Personally, for me, if you're taking a penalty, my natural instinct is to go across from where. If I'm right-footed, I'm going to the.
Well, I know what I'm going to do if I'm in go against you.
You either chop it one way, or you're going to go and direct it.
But ultimately, it should just be a fluid motion because you look at the fella who
Harry
got
Kane's penalty against Croatia, the one that was disallowed, that was
I've heard about
retaken,
this.
and he did that stupid run-up. And you're like,
He said he did it deliberately.
he said he
didn't
did it deliberately because
In
the goalkeeper
hindsight,
comes
maybe.
off the line.
as soon as a player does the Fred Flintstone, you know they're in trouble.
The Fred Flintstone.
It's not even that. It's the running up, stopping. Running up, stopping.
What are you doing? The worst ones are the hop, skip, and jump ones. I hate them.
I don't mind them actually. I quite like them. I think they're quite poetic. They're good. One thing I will say, I do like the fact that when I've forgotten the date it was. It was 30 days after. I know we're not going to speak about the Champions League and etc. now, but it was 30 days after Arsenal lost the Champions League that Kai Havertz also missed the penalty. I think it was really good.
Did he miss the penalty in the Champions League final?
No, in solidarity for Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
I think it was really good for him to miss the months of the day. Can we just give him a very soft round of applause? Well done, Kai. That's good for you.
I just feel, as an Englishman, it was really nice to see the Germans lose on penalties.
Well, this is...
Because I've still got memories of Andreas Muller, 1996, scoring that winning penalty.
We're going to come up to that, so I think...
Alrighty, so France, do we really need to speak about them at the moment?
No, they've won it. That's it. Next one.
Do you know what?
I hope so. I've got them in the sweepstakes.
You know one that. Yeah. I don't think Mbappe gets the credit he deserves.
He's a guy.
Right now in the world, I think he's the best player in the world.
He is
right
disgustingly good.
I've got to say, he was on those players that I just wasn't real, could see the skill and the ability. He's just now in this World Cup starting to prove to me.
He scored
What's a player?
40 plus goals this season for Real Madrid, and still got whistled by Real Madrid fans. That to me is crazy. The mind boggles because he's scoring. It's not just him that is trying to get Real Madrid to a place that Real Madrid should be.
Do we think he was kind of bracketed with the Neymar, which we know there are negative connotations, his lifestyle and stuff like that?
Neymar.
No, but my point is, he was kind of crowbarred into that, and now we're seeing him as
That's the way I was.
Yeah,
that's the way I was seeing it. That was the way I was.
So they
looking
turned
at
around and gone that he's very selfish. But the way that he scored the goal, the first goal the other day, was it the first goal and it went over to Deschamps because of what's happened with Deschamps' mother. Yeah. But he is. I think Mbappe is a team player. Don't get me wrong. If you're a striker, your natural thinking is, I want to be selfish. I want to score as many goals as I can score. That should be your thinking as a striker.
Yeah.
It's not just for winning for the team, or not like trying to set someone else up. Your natural thinking should be, I'm paid to score goals.
Yeah.
Let me score the goals.
Yeah.
And I feel that's the stick that he's got at Real Madrid. He's scored so many goals, especially this season.
He's a thirsty
Jude's
boy.
been injured this season for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Vinny has done a great job this season for Real Madrid. So Vinny and Mbappe have been brilliant for Real Madrid. But you've got like Rodrigo, Tchouameni's been terrible, Valverde and him have had their beef or whatever.
So we're all agreeing that France are the best.
I can't see. I can't see. I
We're not
can't
going to
see.
get to predictions.
We
but,
don't play football on
don't-
paper,
yeah,
but
we
they
will
are
do on
definitely the
paper,
best
but-
team.
They look like they're going to win it.
The best squad.
I think they're susceptible. I think a lot of people are blowing a little bit of smoke up the French chimneys.
They love that though.
They do.
But no one's talked about Saliba. Everyone's talking about Brazil going. Oh, they've got the best centre-half partnership. Marquinhos for me, I don't think he's one of the best centre-halves in the world. Gabriel, on the other hand, yeah, unbelievable. But you look at France, they've got Saliba. You're like, Saliba. Everyone thinks Saliba's better than Gabriel.
Well, he is. He's
Gabriel
silky.
will score. Gabriel will score goals.
Yeah,
Who's
but
playing
he's a
with
silkier
Saliba at the
version
moment?
of
I
Gabriel.
have no idea, to be honest with you.
Because Canati
It should be Lenny Yoro because he's unbelievable.
Yeah. So I think for France, they've had maybe one challenge so far in this World Cup. That was Senegal. And they missed some opportunities. Norway rested 10 out of 11. So I don't think France have been properly challenged yet by a really,
That
up and about team.
Senegal game,
Yeah.
it was, what was it, 0-0 at half time.
Yeah. And Senegal had chances.
Then what happened?
Well,
Then Mbappe just went, do you know what?
yeah, he did. He did.
Grabbed
but
the game by the scruff of the neck.
He did.
There you go.
He did. And
He has now scored the most goals in knockout phases.
Yeah.
Like 9 goals, right?
He's a good player. We can all agree on that. So-
In the knockout phase
I
of the
think
World
Harry
Cup.
Kane overtook him with
No,
10.
the knockout phase of the World Cup.
Has he ever scored more than Liam?
Oh, no one scored more than Liam.
Okay, fine. That's the studio.
Liam Irvin, welcome to you.
Alrighty, so Mexico, Ecuador, they did it easy. Well done. They've had a very impressive World Cup.
You say about Mexico,
Yep.
the one player that's gone under the radar this whole World Cup, Quineros,
Yep.
their left winger. He was the top goal scorer in the Saudi League. I know it's the Saudi League, but he beat Ronaldo
It
and
was
Ivan
mentioned in the
Toney.
previous podcast, yeah.
But he's been unbelievable.
Oh, sorry, Michael. We're getting something live from Mexico as we speak. Steve, are you there?
Stephen!
Hello lads, it's Weatherman Steve here. I'm in Mexico City, heading to the Azteca Stadium via a few tequila bars and a bit of hot spicy food. Weather's quite good actually, it's fairly pleasant. It's going to be a bit rainy for the game I think, but hopefully it should do England okay, despite the fucking altitude. So I hope they don't get tired too much. And this is a big place, it's very big, just like me. See you later lads.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much, Steve.
We love Steve.
Another
Well,
great,
Steve-o.
another
Is he
great, another
He's definitely
great.
drunk, isn't he?
He's fallen in a ditch somewhere.
Steve has found himself.
I think he fell off his bike again.
Okie dokie. So, I think we might just go to a quick little break. The boys are getting restless. Need to do another wee. James would be happy. England, Mexico is a big game. It's a big game. 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Azteca.
Azteca.
I'm nervous.
The last time we played there, we lost to Argentina, the hand of God.
Is that where that was?
Yes, it was. And I'm pretty sure we haven't played there since.
I'm nervous.
I'm quite confident.
I've got two angles for this. I think you've kind of got the nerve that, listen, look
Kurt.
at Mexico. Yeah. The side that, okay, Mexico, home nation, they've looked good. They've not conceded, if I'm correct, have they? And they have looked great. And everything's in their favour of where they are, the altitude, X, what Y and Z and that. But we've also played teams that have sat back. They are going to come out. They're not going to sit there and be happy at defending. And what suits us as England? That's the thing. We've had teams that we don't work well with that. No team work. Oh, look at Arsenal in the Premier League champions. They didn't work against that. It took a lot to do that.
Can I just counter that? Right, I've been hearing this a lot that we're waiting to play the teams that will come at us. Right, look at our defence. This, for me, watching England, that's the weakest part of our team. Is that defensive side?
I think it's a sum of parts, though. It's a sum of all. Once one works, it kind of goes. You can be boxed back, and you can kind of go, okay, because you're pushing. The whole system breaks down. When we are the professionals, they should be able to go with both. FYI, I'm with that. I'm with that. So I'm not saying there's not a lack there, but I also think it suits our game. I think everyone is better in that squad. Running and actually kind of going for it. I think we've got very attacking squad, and I think that will just suit us better.
The one thing that Tan said about our defence is not as good. The last 10 years, our defence has not been as good as what it has ever been, and we still got to European Championship finals.
It's got progressively weaker though.
No. But because I tell you what, if you go back to 14 years ago, when you've got Ashley Cole, Rio, Terry, Kyle Walker, you're not. We've got better in terms of coherence in players, and attacking players have got better as well. Not to say that we've not had good attacking players, but our attacking. As a nation, our attacking players are so much better than the defenders that we're producing. Yeah. Even me as a United fan going, Maguire and Shaw should be there. Shaw and Maguire are nowhere on the level that Ashley Cole or Rio or Terry were on, without a doubt.
I've watched World Cups since '86, and I've got to say this is the.
Is that all?
This is the weakest thing in the squad I've ever seen.
So speaking of '86, I believe that Mexico beating Ecuador was their first knockout win since '86.
Tan was there.
Tan was there.
Yeah, he was there.
And I know Steve was there doing the weather.
Steve would have been there.
Steve was doing the weather. But
so for the people listening at home, what is Mexico's most dangerous asset in your opinion? Is it
Quinteros?
Venera, so in terms of the way that they play, not the compounded atmosphere, home ground advantage.
For me, it's
England have never won at the Azteca.
I think a combined of everything you guys have said, but then you've also got Jimenez, who I've always rated as a centre forward.
You look at him and you're like, he's 34, 35.
Yeah.
But he's just a proven target man.
Yeah.
Tom's just said 12th man. I'm telling you now, how many people can occupy that stadium? It's got to be what? 80,000. I'm telling you now, if there's 20,000 Englishmen in that stadium, 12th man will not matter. They will make more noise than 60,000 Mexicans. I'm telling you now.
The English were very quiet against Congo. So
yeah, but that's because we were poor.
Can we just nip back? I mean, you mentioned obviously Jimenez being he's starting up front for them. Sorry, again, I haven't seen that one. No disrespect to Jimenez. He's a Fulham player, maybe
now a Wolves player.
Why are we worrying about what?
No, he's gone to Wolves.
He's gone back.
He's gone back on a free transfer.
So respectfully for the guy, because we know we've always been fancy football down the time. He's been a legend on that and a great thing. He's not. He's a Wolves player.
He's Premier League proven.
But we've got Premier League proven defenders. So why are we worried about Raul Jimenez? Why are we picking him out?
Because he's what is he? 6'1", 6'2". He knows how to play.
How many goals did he score in the Premier League last year? 8, 9, 10.
Double figures. But the thing is,
that's my point.
I'm just rating him as a decent player.
I love Raul. By the way, I love him. I'm with that. That's not the point.
But I'm the one here saying I'm not nervous about Mexico, like everybody else is. Yeah. I think.
Were you more nervous about the Congo game? Or were you not nervous about that team?
I wasn't nervous about the Congo game. It was a frustrating game to watch, I've not been nervous
but in
again.
the lead up to it.
No.
Yeah.
No,
So you're cool as a cucumber, and I feel like a lot of the English could take a leaf out of your book because I know James was sweating. He was getting nervous. Michael's
James
nervous.
sweats when he's not nervous.
So do I.
But
So do I.
So is that, yeah.
yeah. So
Us big guys, eh?
Since Tuchel decided that it would be a good idea for all the kids to skip school on Monday morning so they could watch the England game, FIFA have actually gone against the British Prime Minister and brought the game forward so we can no longer watch it at 1 a.m. as planned. But I've got a notion. I think we should tell all our pubs that we don't want to see the game at 7 p.m. We want it to be kept from us, like your dad style. We don't know the score and we watch it at 1 a.m. as is our right as a British citizen, as decided by the British government.
how does Gordon respond in this game? Do you need?
Well, after his performance yesterday, he starts above Rashford, right?
Yeah, right.
I've actually thought Rashford on his stance, and I know Madueke and Rashford and all the guys that have played, apart from Saka, on the wings, have had criticism.
Do you know what? There's the one thing you can do: slap Rodgers on the left.
That's an option, but I just feel
Or
like
Watkins.
I feel like when Rashford's played from the start, he's caused and been involved in the game. Even Madueke, like sometimes he tangles his own legs up, but he's always involved in the game. And it might be down to when we make the substitutions, and that's when it changes the
I
game.
think the biggest problem is the ball doesn't go into the box quick enough.
Yes, agreed.
And out of curiosity, when was the last time, Tommy, that, or you guys can jump in if you wish, that England faced a hostile team?
Hostile? Everyone, every time. Everyone wants to beat England.
No. In terms of the atmosphere, because this is a fully loaded Mexico.
Yeah. No, off
When was
the
the
top
last
of my head, yeah, you've got me there. I don't know, boys.
It's like West Ham going down the den next season.
It's never going to be as hostile as that, mate. Don't worry, you're not going to get that one.
Yeah. West Ham.
No. I think what European teams, they're not used to the South American feel. There is a different feel there. Some people are going to be used to it. They have a different environment.
There's a bit of lawlessness about it.
There is something different there, where it's the way the stadiums are made, and you have certain teams in Europe which do that. A lot of the German teams, Italian teams, some French teams as well. But that's generally not lower league, but you'll get that more in the Conference League, etc. That they have that kind of thing. The ultras that go there.
Yeah.
It's a whole different level now. So I don't think it's necessarily the anger, the weird stuff from it.
Right.
I think it's just the passion that kind of comes from it.
Yeah.
And they are going to be overwhelmed with, obviously, their fans. It's in their home turf. It's their own people down there.
And how did Mexico
you're going to have,
handle
again,
it?
you're going to have a lot of 20%, you're going to have a lot of people there from England, which you are going to be loud. I do not agree that they are going to be as loud as the locals.
The one thing I
round
can
up,
tell you
okay?
is when the
They're gonna
Mexicans
be
start
great,
doing a Mexican
but we're
wave,
gonna
the
be-
English are not going to join in.
There's no Mexican waves in
Yeah.
Mexico. That's the thing.
Well, it started in Mexico.
You
Why
will
would you
have
not
our
do that?
team. You will have our team that. You will have our guys who will perform their best, like the guys on the drums, etc. And that are out. And on. But my God, we are going into a cauldron there, and that is going to be that 12 man, and that's going to be a big
Yeah.
factor into this draw.
But that's home advantage for the World Cup.
100%.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, France 98.
Yeah.
Can I very quickly? I think the Mexicans will be fair enough.
They will. No,
I think they will be fair enough.
Also,
Yeah,
they
we're
should,
not
yeah.
saying they haven't. I think they will. They're going to be shitting themselves playing for us. I think they're going to be. I think they're capable of beating us, and that's fair play.
Yeah.
But we've got arguably the best
superstars.
striker in the world. Arguably, we've got two of the best semi-midfielders behind that. The rest of the squad, we can have our fucking subjective opinion. The fact you've got a Harry Kane, who's a Lewandowski, who is one of these players that everyone looks at every team is going, how are you going to box him down? You box him down, you free up other players.
Yeah.
They are going to be scared of him. No matter, the same conversation is going on for a shit podcast over there as this one here. You got a little Mexican podcast here, drinking tequila, and they're doing the same thing as we are over here.
No, they'll be on the Dos
the
Equis.
hurricane, as we're going, the Jimenez, the crowd and stuff. They are still scared. The point of England has to go, do not fear that. Do not get overwhelmed by that. You are in, again, BBC, ITV, Ian Wright have all spoken about, you're going to a mecca, a cauldron.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
be there, but they can play their game.
Could it work in the opposite in terms of, I guess, everywhere that England has played so far in this tournament, the crowd has been basically England. Whereas you take that away, and I feel like, because you heard it in the first 25 minutes, they'll get in the Bronx cheers, the English. The fans had a bit of a gutful. But you go to another place where it's going to be 80% Mexicans, that a little bit of that pressure is off.
I think the biggest thing is going to be the altitude.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
So, one of the things I've heard about the altitude is that they've had tents where England have been training
Yep.
that
You think altitude
is your
ally?
that replicates the altitude. So they've actually been in that. So I don't know how much.
So does that mean
is gonna help.
does that mean Cub Scouts are good at that altitude?
Maybe.
They take it's a week playing up there.
Yeah. But that,
As soon as
apparently
you
that's what
said
I've
Cub
heard.
Scouts, I was just thinking about.
Fair enough.
It's, I hear you.
So
We need a week. People, and they've got to. So there's always going to be an advantage, and that's the point. A lot of these players have played up there a lot because of their beginnings. When they're born, they're Mexican.
You got to think a lot of the Mexicans don't play him at the Azteca week in week out. They play in Europe.
But for the last 4 games they have played,
I
at
understand
that.
that.
It takes 1 week.
Three out of the 4.
But it takes 1 week to acclimatise to it. Tuchel come out the other day and said you need to be a week up there. I think from an England point of view, kind of alluding to what you were saying, I think I would almost class us as an underdog for this, not for where we are obviously in the FIFA rankings, but for location and all these factors we're talking here now. And I honestly think that plays into us.
I think so.
I think that is better for us.
Yeah.
If we were going up there against somebody who wasn't as good or as close, I think we might struggle. But the fact is, I think they might not gas out. They're obviously not going to gas out now, but they are going to be so hyped for that, and rightly so, because we are such a big scout. I think they're going to go for it, and that is going to really fall into what we do best.
You should have just said that we're a big scout. You don't turn around and go that competition after competition, we are the biggest scout. Because we hype up so much, it's coming home.
Yeah, we make a run for our
everyone
own
just
back.
wants to just be
100%,
like,
100%.
whatever.
This is the least I've heard for a long time in tournament football. That it's coming.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, where's all that?
Everybody-
As an Australian,
nobody talk about it coming home, please.
as an Australian
Don't mention
coming
it.
here, I was expecting this World Cup to be and it's coming home. Like, none of
Yeah,
that.
I think we've kind of we know the irony, and a lot of actual football fans will not sing that because we know how cliche and cringe it is.
Yeah.
We love the whole Baddian and Skinner and how it went through was brilliant. It went on for too long, and
I think
it
plus-
make a rock for our own back with it.
Plus having a German,
hardly heard it, honestly.
manager and then singing The Great Escape is probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Ex-German bombers. We're like,
a bit on the nose. So, I guess to wrap that all up, what I would like from you fellas is a succinct how this game is going to go. Starting with you, Tan, less than 20 seconds. How do you think this game is going to go?
I think we're going to probably be frustrated again, but I think we've got enough firepower. Hurricane's going to bring it home.
Yeah, nice one. Michael?
I am not confident at all. I generally think Mexico will win this 2-1.
No, but give us how's it going to go?
I think the Mexicans are. I just don't. I can't see us dominating the game. I can just see us crumbling, to be honest with you.
All right, that's a bit grim. Tom?
For
3-1 England. We'll take the lead. I think they'll come
What
back
happened to
in.
the fans?
They'll get one back, but I think they get, like I said, I think it's down to the fans. I think there's a lot of pressure for them. I think there's more pressure for them than for us at this point now. And I think they'll gas themselves out. I think they'll go for it. They'll do it. They'll get a goal. They will. We'll leak. But I do think because of that, there's going to be openings in their defence, and we're going to get through. We're going to get a couple. So I'm going 3-1 England.
Can I just say as well, another point? The reason why I think the Mexico's going to win is because I predicted before this World Cup started it will be a Mexico-Portugal final because the Simpsons predicted it 20 years ago.
The Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
And speaking of predictions, we are getting one fresh off the press. Pauline with her punt.
So my prediction for England versus Mexico is 1-0. Come on, England. Let's do it again, boys.
That is fantastic. Thank you very much, Pauline.
Wow. You guys know she called the last one right as well.
She did.
Oh,
she
went
she
2-1.
got it right, yeah.
So Pauline,
Well done
win.
on your punt.
Guys, if you want to bet, go with Pauline's punt.
So we are currently in the ship.
smell it.
It has been a fantastic evening. They do the pub well, and they do decor even better, I would say. And all that is missing from there. How many did you say? 10? 1,000?
I didn't say. Okay.
No, I said about 1,000 ships.
Mike said 1,000, and 10 had something good.
Do you know what I do
That was
like?
1,001.
I like the bus.
Yeah, fair enough. All that's missing is
They got steam engines as well.
They got steam engines, but what they don't have is Pauline's punt.
You're
They
used to
should
doing
get
a
that.
locomotion, right?
Do the locomotion. All right, let's move on.
I think what was it? Dog and Bell has Pauline's punt. Or what was it?
Talking about which is a lovely
Doggy
pub
Bell.
down the road. Not
Doggy
quite
Bell.
Greenwich, so we can't mention it technically. It's Lewisham, but you know what? I'm sure we can spread our wings.
It has been a cracking night at the ship.
It's a stupendous night.
Stupendous.
Oh, God. We should come here again.
We should.
I've actually enjoyed this venue probably the most.
It's been a vibe.
I've got to say.
I'd quite like to eat here.
The cheeseburgers are fantastic. The cheeseburgers are fantastic.
And I must say,
Really, in there?
you know, one fact I think it's probably got the most TVs in Greenwich ever in this place. You can't see it from this camera, but
Yeah,
There's a lot
there's
of
a
it.
few.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah. I like that.
One line takeaway.
My one-line takeaway, I hope Australia beat Egypt.
Oh, that'd be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah, it's one line. I hope Australia beat Egypt. That's a line.
Fantastic
We're
line.
just
Best
revving-
line of the
we're
night.
revving up. We're working to it. I think we're going to go to a crescendo with
That's
us. So
7
revving
lines.
up. Just revving up.
Just
That's
revving
what
up.
we're doing. We're revving up, baby.
There we go. 10 the man.
3 points and enjoy the tacos and the tequilas.
Lovely. All right. So, thank you, people, for listening, watching. If you are, make sure you follow, subscribe, like.
Do the thing.
We're on the YouTubes. We're on the Instagrams. We're here, there, and everywhere. So, Michael's going to do some funny TikTok dances to get us some more views. It's going to be nice.
Bombshell. Let's do
I
this.
actually think with Tom on air, we're going to get more female viewers now.
I've got a taxi.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Bye. Jason Statham over there. So,
Lovely work, guys.
see you, Tom.
Cheers.
See you, Tom.
It's the Megalodon.
Just calling a cab out of that fucker.
Cheers.